So what would you say is the most difficult part of running a carpet cleaning business? Well, in my opinion, and my experience since 1985, it's the fact that no one understands just how difficult it is, how lonely a business it is. We are on our own. We've got no one to confide in, no one to talk about the business to. You know, if we speak to our husband or wife or whatever, they don't really understand. We don't have anyone to bounce any ideas off. And so that means that very often we're asking ourselves, am I doing this right? And the frustration of not knowing what to do is a real problem. We probably did not realise just how difficult it was to run a carpet cleaning business when we started. It is a very lonely business. The last thing we want to do is to have to go back to getting a job, realising that we have failed at this after all the money we've spent. That's not a good look at all. But the truth is, most carpet cleaners do struggle to make this work, to make decent money, to ever take a holiday, for example, but sometimes feel they're just happy to have a job. In fact, many will go out of business within a few years, and yet all of us love cleaning carpets. And that's without all the cheap sleazebag competitors with their crazy prices to worry about. So what can help? Well, I've found out in my experience of the last 40 years, since December 85 that I've been doing this, the most helpful thing to me has been advice from fellow successful carpet cleaners. In fact, I can think of several occasions when my business was stuck, but someone acted like a mentor to me and gave me some advice that transformed my business. Now, one of those occasions was about increasing prices. I simply did not know what was possible. I thought I was charging a lot at the time. It turns out I wasn't. And as a result of one conversation, I quadrupled my prices in a little over 18 months. Another example was getting out of fire and water damage restoration to concentrate on cleaning carpets. That really was a moment of clarity for me. You see, that's the power of good advice from someone who knows. So there's likely things that you need advice on, that you're struggling to know what to do. Things like pricing, how much should you charge? Can you increase your prices without losing all your customers, for example? How can you compete with all these cheap cleaners in your area? We've all got them. How to sell if you don't like selling. What about maintenance programs? Why you should have them? How can you set them up? Employees, how to hire them, how to pay them, how to motivate them. What sort of advertising gets people to respond, for example? And the machines we use, can you be successful with a portable, or do you really need a truck mount? See, what if I told you that I have solved all these problems? I was a cheap price cleaner at one time, I didn't know it, but in the last 20 years or so, we are the most expensive by far. We've been the most successful in our area. I've had employees, I've had none, I've had truck mounts, I've had portables, I've had more than one van on the road, and as I say, I was heavily involved in fire and water damage at one time. So if you're frustrated by this lonely business, not sure what to do, here's something that I'm going to test out, which is a coaching stroke mastermind group for cleaners who want to run a successful carpet cleaning business, specifically high-paying customers. It's not as difficult as you think it might be to get them, but also to be able to encourage one another, to be able to talk over problems that we think are unique to us. It will involve a lot of marketing training as well, how to get customers, which is the hardest part of this business. This group will address all of those problems. The cost, well, for those that join at the very beginning, £49 per month. But you can be part of it for the first month, free of charge. See what you think. If it doesn't help you, it's not what you want, you've lost nothing. For those that join after that free trial, that price of £49 will never go up. So what will you get out of this? Well, the main thing is the camaraderie of being able to talk things over with other successful cleaners who really understand the problems you face, so that you can get past the frustration of not knowing what to do. They will know what you're trying to accomplish with your business as well. A second opinion, if you like, or a mentoring program. And one of the main purposes of this group is that you will be held to account to actually implement the things that you need to do to be successful, to get out of your own way, in other words. So I plan for the group to meet over Zoom twice a month, probably early evening for 45, 60 minutes. The first 15 to 20 minutes we'll do some marketing training from one of my courses, which is the Find and Keep High Paying Customers course. That retails at $7.29 in the UK, or how to get higher prices for your cleaning business. That sells currently at $5.97. So we'll run through that course over the weeks, and you won't have to spend $7.29 or $5.97. That will all be included. The aim is for you to be able to know what to do. That means then you'll be able to spend more time with your family while earning more than you are now. A lot of that comes from simply getting higher prices, working less, dealing with better customers who are happy to pay you those higher prices and appreciate you as the expert that you really are. So hopefully it'll put the fun back into your carpet cleaning business, which is probably what you hoped it would be when you started. So at the moment, this is just something I'm thinking of, and it depends solely on the interest. And at £49 a month, getting just one new customer every 6 months will pay for it. And that's without all the other benefits. So if that interests you, send me an email to info@carpetcleanerscoach.com. Put the word yes in the subject line. As I say, this is just a test. Only if I get enough interest will I go ahead with this. And if you've got any other questions, put them in the comments below or email them to me and I'll answer them for you.